Hey guys, welcome in, welcome in. Happy Sunday. I hope everyone's having a great Sunday. And I also would like to say happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Happy Father's Day. And let's not let the left take this holiday from us. I know I'm getting political, but let's not let anyone take this holiday from us, because fathers are the most important, in my opinion, the most important ingredient in creating stable, sane, confident people. I believe that wholeheartedly. Reason being is because you never want to disappoint your father more than your mother, because your mother will love you no matter what, because that's how mothers are. We're going to love you no matter what, but your father, you never want to have him disappointed in you. And I think that creates a standard for so many people of a foundation, a sense of knowing who you are and where you come from. I believe that all comes from your father and your confidence levels, confidence and discipline. So I want to say happy Father's Day. And I think that Father's Day should be celebrated, if not equally as high as Mother's Day, if not higher. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. We do value you. And on this channel, especially on the Lapeef Network, we value the fathers wholeheartedly here. So thank you guys. And I hope you guys are having a great time, enjoying your children, enjoying your day of honor. So now let's get to it. Hello, Mr. Steele. Welcome in, Mr. Steele. Hello, he calls me friend. Hey, Larry. Hi, TEC. Hi, Boa. Welcome in, Boa. And oh, hi, Ozzy. Hi, Ozzy. Hi, Super Duper Duper Boy. I don't these profile names. Oh my goodness. Welcome in, guys. So this topic today is going to be a little bit raunchy, and I don't like doing raunchy topics very much because I guess, someone actually called me out on one of the other videos saying that I'm not mature enough to do raunchy topics, but I want to say it's not the maturity, it's just that I feel awkward. I feel very awkward doing it, but there's no way to get around this topic without it being kind of raunchy. So just giving you guys a fair warning, it's going to be a little bit sexual, but at the same time, I do want to keep it kind of using code words. So are you guys ready? Because I'm not, but we're in this together. Right. My first banner today is this. Let's talk about size. Size and shoes. Now, I know you guys may be thinking when you hear this, people say that if you look at a man, you can judge his size by his shoe size, right? Some people say that. I don't know about any of that. I don't know if it's true or not. But what I wanted to reference is this. Shoes. I was recently speaking with my husband, and he was actually talking to me about shoes and comparing shoes to the ladies' parts. Don't jump ahead of me. My husband said, if you have a pair of shoes, it's a new pair of shoes, yeah? You have one person that wears that pair of shoes. That pair of shoes is going to be custom to that person's foot. It's going to fit perfectly, and it's going to stretch enough to make it very comfortable for the person to wear said pair of shoes. Yes. He said, but let's imagine that you have a pair of shoes that, oh, I don't know, 10 people use, 20. Is that same pair of shoes going to fit the any person perfectly? Because he said, this is what my husband says. He says that women's ladies' parts are like shoes. And we're talking about size here. Typically, when we talk about size, we're talking about the gentleman because typically women's size is never brought up. But I would like to bring up lady size. And I know this is a controversial topic, but it was on my mind because we were having this conversation. When we talk about size in intimacy, I wanted to ask you all about lady sizes. Lady sizes can be a controversial topic simply because women do not like to hear anything about maybe their size being a little bit on the larger side or being on the too small side or what have you. Ladies don't want to talk about that kind of topic, but this is why I'm here. So I want to ask you, when we're speaking about size, we're always talking about the men, but has the thought ever crossed that maybe, just maybe, women who are not satisfied with the majority of men's sizes is that they are actually larger down there? This is, this topic. Oh my God. Okay. I know I'm doing it already. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I have recently been looking at a few other stats, and I want to bring those up with you as well. And I want you guys to tell me, do you think that these things have a correlation? Give me a second. Okay. So there has been a topic I've been watching recently, a show called Kendra G Singles, something like that. I watch her every now and again because it just pops up on my recommended. Now, she talks to men and women, and there have been many men who have brought up the same issue, saying that they do not want to date women or date or marry women that have children. She asked why, and a lot of them tried to dance around the topic, saying that, oh, the attention, they're not going to be able to give the full attention to the man because they have children, or there might be previous lovers issues, like a baby dad, father of the child, what have you. There was one gentleman, however, who actually nailed all the topics. As uncomfortable as it was, he came out and said it. He said, it's not true that ladies return back to normal the majority of the time. He said that. Now, I know ladies out there have argued that no, that's not true. But the reason why I'm talking about this is because he said that the majority of men, that the reason why a lot of them don't want to date women who have had children is because things aren't the same down there. Body isn't the same. There might be a change in your body, your stomach, what have you. For this topic, I think I would need men guests as well to come and tell me what is all that we're missing here, and if this is important in a relationship. Is this important? Is the size important of a woman? Because we always talking about the size of men. What about the size of the woman? Is this important? Can her size be changed? Because unlike men, you're pretty much born with the size that you're going to have, but women, ladies' part is a muscle. So is it possible to repair that area after maybe having children or what have you? I don't know. So this is what I want to ask you. Is it true that this is really important for men, that the size of the woman be perfect or good for them, and you guys get it? My next topic is this. 30% of women admit to this. 30% of women recently in a survey came out and said that they regretted having children after having them. 30%. So that's as we're sitting here on Father's Day, thinking about fathers and having the left come out saying that Father's Day shouldn't be a thing because fathers, Like, what's a father anyway? You're not giving birth, you're not really anything, so we don't need a Father's Day. We just need to celebrate mothers, which is idiotic. But here we are on Father's Day, but we have 30% of women that admit to regretting having their children after having them. These women a lot of times did not mention the reasons why they regretted it. I believe in my case, where I'm looking at the studies and people's testimonies and so on, it looks like women regret it because of the lack of time that they have. Like, their time is not even for them anymore. It's all dedicated to another person, that they have no time for themselves, which in our narcissistic society, modern society, can be rough, because I do believe that modern day women, modern day parents, because we maybe have grown up with the cell phones and this kind of, guys, I'm going to admit, social media makes you a narcissist. It will make you a narcissist, because craving that dopamine for the likes, the clicks, and everything like that probably can make you into a narcissist. I'm going to post a picture to see how many likes I get. Maybe I'll post a video dancing, doing something provocative to see how many clicks I get. This can turn a person into a narcissist. And I do believe that we have an epidemic going on of narcissists because of the current social media that we have, the current IG culture that we have going on. I do believe that this could be part of the reason why 30% of current modern women are regretting having their children after having them. So this survey was taken by the same, I wouldn't call it a company. It's like a group of people that they have these anonymous surveys where they'll ask people, do you cheat on your wife? Do you cheat on your husband? How many times? What's your sexual partner number? What's this? What's that? Now, these answers are all in confidence, as I say it, all discreet and all anonymous. So but people don't feel weird about answering honestly. This is why I believe that this number could be even higher, but a lot of people don't like to admit, maybe, just maybe, they do regret having children after having them. Is it true that a woman doesn't have any value if she doesn't have children? Is it true that she hasn't contributed to the world if she does not bear children? Because we have a lot of women today that are not bearing children. They're more than ever, I believe, in history, where we have the amount of women reaching the age of 30 childless. No children, no marriage. It's an epidemic. A lot of women are refusing to do so. They're refusing to do it. And a lot of families are condemning their daughters for not bearing children. So let me get this straight. You get condemned for not bearing children, but if you do bear children and maybe you end up single again, you're going to have to also deal with the condemnation of being single with children and having men look at you like a used pair of shoes, basically, like your shoe is already not going to fit perfectly to anyone. Why am I investing in a worthless person? This question I want to ask you, because where does our worth lie as women? As women, where does the worth lie? Because I understand that most people don't speak about this issue, but I do know that it is in the back of most people's minds. And this is why I'm bringing it up now. The issue of a woman's sexual value, maybe her size down there, because we never speak about the woman's size. We always speak about the men's size. But could it be that there are women who are bigger in size no matter what they do, that maybe they aren't out there? Maybe they are more virginal, but they're just bigger down there naturally. Genetics. Just like they say, some people are naturally smaller down there. So this is why I say, with the size, does your value really lie in your size down there? Is it that important for men in relationships? Because watching Kendra G and having that man actually blatantly come out and say, it's the size, it changes, it's not going to snap back, as he says. He says you're using rice water, vinegar, and something. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Making a soup, or are you trying to make your, okay. I've never heard of that, but I don't know what you're supposed to do with vinegar and rice water, and I have no clue. But either way, he did mention that being an issue, and that's why he said a lot of men refuse to date women who have already had children. So I want to ask you guys, be honest. Does this really matter? Is this really important? Or is this something that most people refuse to talk about? Because this kind of issue is like when a woman does this to a man, it's accepted. It's fully accepted. If a woman says, "Oh, no, he's small," or "Oh, he doesn't fulfill me in the bed. He doesn't do it for me," I guess. And when they say that, it's not seen as that taboo for a woman to say that. I've seen it said often on these shows, even online, on YouTube, whatever. I've seen it often where women will talk about the size. And you'll see women who say, I've even heard a woman say like this. She said, yeah, the majority of men out there are small anyway. She said that, and I thought to myself, woman, if the majority of men that you sleep with are small, you might be big. That's what I was thinking. But who knows? Who knows? And this is why I'm kind of thinking like when we do it the other way around, it's offensive. If we talk about women's size, it's offensive. Talk about man's size, it's accepted. A man's manhood can be judged like out there in public, pretty much saying, oh, you're small, you're this, and it can be said aloud and no one blinks an eye. But if I do the same thing to women, like I'm doing now, and I'm asking you, what about the woman's size? It feels weird. You don't think I feel weird sitting here saying this? I feel super weird. I feel awkward even just talking about it. But it is something that I know is in the back of people's heads, but they don't talk about it. So that's why I want us to take this moment to talk about it. So if you want to speak about the size issue, please call in. I don't know if the link is there, but please feel free to call in. But one thing I wanted to ask you is that if you are going to call in, I want you to I'm not going to ask anyone to be sensitive to anyone, because if you're sensitive or you're offended by this, then it must be something personal within you, because I'm not addressing any person per se, but I'm asking the question, does a woman's size down there matter to men in a relationship? And does the man take into account her size when he's thinking about dating a single mother, or maybe a woman who has had many partners, who has had many boyfriends in the past that he knows? Oh, I know. So this is why I'm just curious about it. And I also want to ask, like, is that 30% of women who admitted to regretting having their children after having them, did this also come into play with their regret? Is this part of their reason for regretting having the children, or no? I don't know. Because I see that like women's sizes can be adjusted, changed, everything, because it's a muscle. But for a man, it's not like that. Men don't have that option, or do they? Okay, I'll leave that up to you guys to tell me if they have the option or not. I don't know, but yes. And also about the shoe reference, guys. You guys let me know about the shoe reference. Is that far off? That's what my husband said. I didn't make that reference. He did. And when he said that, it made sense to me, but then it also made me think like, so is this an issue? Especially after watching Kendra G, when the guy came on and said that, I'm like, so this is something that people think about, but they don't talk about it. It's so taboo that no one speaks about it. And thinking about that worth issue as well, when we're talking about worth and talking about the single motherhood, everybody has already come to a consensus that people believe that a woman is less valuable after she has had children, because now she's going to have ties to another man no matter what. And so for the next man, it's going to be a hurdle to overcome no matter what. So it does bring her value down after she has children. Is that also because of the shoe issue? I'm going to say shoe because I don't want to call it what it is. I've heard the term box, and I don't even know where that came from, guys. Where did the term box come from? Because I just learned that people are calling the women's ladies part, boxes. There's nothing boxy about it. Okay, well, okay, you guys understand. So, like I said, I want to have the conversation. I hope the question is clear because I do know that, there's a few topics tied in together here. So I know it may be a little bit here. How can I make it more clear? Okay, I'll do it like this. When considering dating someone or marrying someone, is for a man, for men, is the woman's size down there a factor that you think about before intimacy? Because if you notice that she has children, or you notice that she's had, more than a few lovers before you, is that something that comes into play in your head? And will you actually tell a woman no because of that? Because you think that you will not be satisfied in the intimacy field, in the intimacy area, because of possible size difference? This is the question. And also one thing I wanted to ask too. Now this is going to be personal. You don't have to answer it if you do come on. You don't need to answer this if you don't want to. But if you do want to, I want to ask, how heavy does it weigh on a man's mind, his size, when he's thinking about entering a relationship as well? Because I know that there's a lot of pressure for men to perform, to be the best ever, the whatever, the Spartan, you can call it Spartan. I know there's a lot of pressure on men to be Spartan in the intimacy area. How often or how heavy does that weigh on a man when he is entering a relationship and having intimacy for the first time with either a new wife, a new girlfriend? How heavy does that weigh on a man? And has there ever been a time when men have said, you know what, I'm not going to enter this because I am too nervous about my size with her, or I don't know, maybe worried about disappointing? I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm a girl. I think this way. I've noticed that guys are super confident. Usually guys are like, they're not like girls. Usually you guys accept yourselves no matter what. Fat, beard all patchy, it doesn't matter. Balding, it doesn't matter. Guys usually have more confidence, but I don't know if that confidence is just a show, or is it actually that men don't really care about that. Like, if you accept them, you accept them. If you don't, it doesn't matter. I don't know. Because when I've seen women actually call out the size of a man in public, you see that no one bats an eye. No one is, well, people will say, oh goodness, or, they'll say, oh, is that true? But it's never anything like super offensive where people are like, oh, you can't say that. On the other hand, a man saying that about a woman, you should have seen on Kendra G. The ladies were like, oh, you can't say that. What? You don't know anything. Maybe you didn't satisfy her. And that's what they were saying. And it's like, but what if he has a point? What if he actually has a point and no one is willing to talk about it? I don't know. I'm going to look at, wait, I'm sorry. I'm going to go back to the comments. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Oops. What happened to this? Oh, no. 1 second, guys. My, I don't know what's going on with this. Oh, there it is. Okay. What? I am not going to, oh my God. Okay. AI says, I've seen XXX and was like, no, I'll wait. I don't know what that means. Hi, beautiful disaster. Nice to see you, girl. Mike Dub says, I hate this status, but it's become a societal norm. Wait, to speak about men? Are you talking about to speak about men, or to speak? Well, it must be about men, because for ladies, it is not. It is not at all. Oh, and did you guys see what? Schizo says it can get worn out. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can tell this topic is way too much for me. I can already tell. 1 minute, guys. I think I'm getting this. Oh goodness. I think this is JR saying something. Oh, okay. So the thing is, he says performance. Jason says performance. Okay, then. So then it's a performance issue. The other thing that I've seen was, hold on, wait. I'm trying to find it. Oh my God, how did I miss it? Thank you, Samuel. Thank you, Samuel, for the super sticker. What? Right. The other thing that we were talking about was hand size. Have you guys seen there's a meme online where there's this guy with these giant hands, like super giant, and he just got married to a woman with very small, petite hands. She put her hands into his palm, and there were all they did was take a picture of their hands together. And just from that picture, all the comments were assuming that, oh, I'm going to say the comments, okay, guys, this is not me speaking, this is them. But they were saying, well, rest in peace to her, or oh, something about being demolished, or this is the end of her, or something like that. And it's like, what? This is all from other features that have nothing to do with the area down there. And people are making assumptions of a person's size because of that. Now, what if a woman has big hands? Does that mean that she is also large down there? Because if a man's hand size can determine or let you have a clue of how large he is down there, would it not be the same for a woman? I don't believe any of that. Honestly, I don't believe in any of that. But I have seen people constantly trying to make these comparisons, say, oh, he has big hands, if he has big feet, if what else is there? I don't know. I don't know. But does it also work the same for a woman? If a woman's hands are really petite, does that mean that she's also petite? Or if she has big hands, does that mean that she's large down there? I don't believe that. I don't believe that. It says yes, the comments are getting crazy. I know, guys, I'm sorry. Oh my God. Yes, actually, Mike Dub, you're actually right. You're actually right. That was in the comments, wheelchair. AI says Trump hands. Oh my God. Trump has small hands, right? Aren't they small? Yeah, guys, these are the type of things that, this is why I say people constantly making a big deal out of the size of the man. That's why I say the size of the man, but for the women is not the same. And I think that's another reason why subconsciously a lot of men want to find girls that are either virgin or virginal, meaning like she's only had one partner or two. I think this is another reason that no one speaks about. No one actually really speaks about, except Scam Likely. Scam Likely does speak on it, but he doesn't speak on it in the way that we're talking about it now. He always says something like, no walls, a hallway with no walls. Oh my God. This topic is, yeah. So yeah, but I think it's another one of those unspoken reasons where people are like, I refuse to talk about the woman's size down there because I don't want to make her feel bad. And oh, Darren says purity, for purity. I mean, a woman can still, I mean, just because, look, I'm not advocating for whole behavior at all, but I'm saying it doesn't mean that the woman will be dirty just because she's had more partners. That makes sense? I mean, but I do understand what you're saying, because it's like, even if a person has relations with one person, it could take just that one person, the first person that they ever laid down with, could have been dirty. And you don't know. You don't know. Oh my. Hot dog down a hallway. Okay. Okay. The references, the mental images that I get. Okay. Okay. Boa says, hey, Boa. He says, the problem with finding virgins is that dating 13-year-olds is sick, wrong, and illegal. Why would you go to a 13-year-old? Okay. I'm not sure. Mike Depp says, it's like throwing a pencil down a hallway. Oh my gosh, and you know what? I am done. And the thing is, okay, I just don't believe that it is that bad. I don't believe that it is that bad. I think men are exaggerating when they're talking that way. That has to be an exaggeration. I'm sorry. I refuse to believe that it ever gets that bad. No. Mike Dub says it's a myth. What, the hand size and foot size and all that? Yeah. Oh, Nas says, what is this about shoe sizes? Okay, really quickly, in case you just got here, shoe sizes, referring to what my husband spoke about. My husband said that a woman's private areas is like a shoe, that if you have one person who uses one pair of shoes, that pair of shoes is going to fit that person's feet. snug and perfectly, and there's not going to be any issues. But if you have the same pair of shoes and 20 people use that one pair of shoes, it's not going to fit anyone right, because at that point it has been adjusted and readjusted so many times that the form of it, you get what I mean there. That's what my husband said. And I wasn't going to bring it up, but you know what? It did make me think about it. It made me think, like, so all of the things that we have been saying on these shows that we have, where we have men saying that they want virgins, or they want this, or they want that, or they refuse to date a woman who's had children, and so on and so forth. I've been thinking to myself, like, has this been the reason all along? And we're just dancing around the topic by using other things. I mean, sure, there are other reasons. I'm not saying that there aren't. But no one mentions this one. No one brings it up, because I believe it is so taboo to speak about a woman's size. For men, like I said, men can get criticized up, down, left, right, and it's fine. But for women to get criticized, it is like unheard of. It's unheard of. And I'm sorry, I haven't heard anyone criticize a woman's size down there except Scam Likely. Scam Likely is always the one talking about hallways and walls and so on, right? Women say you have a small, right? And that's the thing. And when you see so many videos, I've seen so many videos of women going on and saying, yeah, it's just, the majority of men are actually below average. And the thing is, that's their problem. That's why they have self-esteem issues. Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely not me. It's definitely them. It's the majority of them. And that's why I say only 10% of the people that I've been with are good. And it's like, woman, are you sure it's not you? Are you sure? Because I don't know. I don't know. When I hear that, it makes me ponder, like, is it really? Because typically, if you're the common denominator in all the bad situations, that might be you. You might be the issue. But we're not allowed to say that, because if you say that, then it's like, oh no, that's not true. Yeah. Pookie says, man, I can't feel nothing. I'm so sorry, guys. That's horrible. This is horrible. Well, I see that people are afraid to come on and speak about this topic. That means I have done my job. If I have you guys so terrified to come up to speak about this topic, I have done my job. I have finally reached the point where I win, because all the topics that I bring up so far are topics that are hard to speak about, controversial, and I never had a topic where people were too scared to call in. I have had topics where people were like, I don't know if I want to do it, but they'll start slowly trickling in. This one, I think I have won. I won the game on this one. Samuel, thank you so much. He says, if it's the majority, it is average. Okay, thank you, Samuel. Right. Beautiful Disaster says, well, start doing your kegels, girls. I've heard about that. And like I said, this is the difference between men and women. Women, why would you get offended if someone criticized you down there in your size? Because women, we actually have the ability to change that, right? For us, it's a muscle. For men, they're born with their size. For women, you should be able to change it. Although, like I said, the guy from Kendra G said, they say that you can change it. They say you can snap back or something like that, but it's not true. He says it's not true. But then what does he know anyway? He's not a woman, right? Oh, no, Nas, no. She says that the more it gets worn, it'll smell without shoe spray. Oh my gosh. You know what? Using this example can go really south. It really can go south. Even though Nas says it's a perfect analogy, I wasn't expecting that. I was definitely not expecting that one. No, hold on, wait. Jay says, hey, even a 747 is small when going over the Grand Canyon. Oh my, no. AI says he's seen a woman give labor. And I believe that's also traumatizing for men because poor men. Poor men. I feel bad for men. Like any man who's actually seen a woman give birth, I feel bad for you. Yeah. I used to work under a doula for a while, and the men who are there, like husbands who are there for births of their babies, I, just the sheer look on their faces. Yeah, of course, it's a beautiful moment. Your baby is being born, but the men, their faces, they just go pale. They just go like, their eyes like gloss over. They're just like, I'm just like, oh my God. I feel bad for the men. I do. It's sad. Oh no. Let me see. What you said? Denzel says you must be from the hood here. I'm not sure what that means. This all the time they look at the hands, feet, and nipples of a man to his face to determine the size and color. What? What? Is this true, guys? Is this true? He says, okay, hands, look at the hands, the feet, and nipples to determine the size and color. Ew. Okay. Oh my God. Oh goodness. I don't see, this must be like, have you guys heard of those old, what do they call it? Old maids' tales or something like that, where women would come up with these things that were like, if you see a pregnant woman, if the belly is pointy, they're saying, oh, it's a boy. If it's round and low, it's a girl or something like that. These little tales that women say to one another. And that's why I say like the hands, feet, and nipples. Oh gosh. No, 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 no. And yes, I believe you, beautiful disaster. We have options as women. It's not like men. But men are the ones who are criticized more for their size. It's crazy. Chris says, seeing a woman give birth reminds me of one of them old Kool-Aid commercials. Oh no! Oh my God. The funny thing is, like, as soon as I finished reading that, I knew exactly what he was talking about. I think you're talking about the wall that just like gets demolished as the Kool-Aid guy comes in. Oh no. Oh no. This is just this topic is too much, guys. Beautiful disaster. Literally. So AI says, do women notify most men if they are too small for her? Well, I wish that people weren't so scared to come up and talk about it, because I would love to ask a woman that, but people are afraid to come up and talk about it. So we'll just have to ask the chat, because apparently people are nervous. People are too nervous. And AI says, are women just ghosts? Can I ask the ladies as well, since no one wants to come up and talk about it, answer in the chat. I want to ask you, if a man were to come to you and say, honestly, honey, we've been dating for a few months, and last night was our first time in intimacy, and I really liked it. I enjoyed it. However, I did want to mention something that maybe I don't want you to get offended. I don't want you to get offended. But I just wanted to ask you, like, why are you so big? No, I'm just kidding. No, not like that. No, but just say like, if he even, how do you even bring it up to a woman? I don't know. But if he brought it up in any kind of way, ladies, would you be offended? Would you take it as just feedback, or would you turn it around on him and say, well, actually, since you brought it up, I didn't feel anything either. So I don't know. I don't know. And then, so it's like, do you turn it back on him and say, well, I think it's actually you. It's not me. It's you. I don't know. That's too much. I don't know. Nas, I told you, I have literally won. I'm actually proud of myself. I'm actually really proud of myself. I have finally found one thing that I have gotten people so shooken on. Shooketh. Everyone is shooketh today. I've gotten one thing that I found that everyone is shaken on, that everyone refuses to even come up and speak about. That is an accomplishment for me, because I've been years making videos about controversial topics that I thought, oh, for sure, for certain, no one's going to come and talk about this one with me. And every single time I've had people come up and speak about it, argue with me about it, tell me I'm wrong, tell me I'm right, whatever have you, feedback. This is the first topic that I have actually brought up that people are scared and hiding in the chat. I love it. I love it. I've won. I've won. This is an accomplishment for me. Chris. No, Chris. Oh my gosh. Chris says, honestly, most women have unattractive parts. If you look at it sideways, it resembles the plant from Little Shop of Horrors. I've never seen that. But how dare you? How dare you? Now, if we're really going to speak about anatomy, sir, anatomy wise, I'm sorry, men, you guys lose in that department. You guys are you're losing in that. Oh, Boa, he says, do women really not date short men? Could that also be a part of the issue that we're speaking about today as well? Talking about height. Will a height determine if a person is gifted down there or not? No, I don't believe so. But you have it here where women prefer men who are extremely larger than them. Especially, I've seen women who are like 5 foot, 5 foot, 5'2", saying, I want a man who's 6 foot or 5'10" and over. And it's like, why? Why do you, 5'2" woman, need a man that is 5'9" and over or 5'10" and over? When we have women who are 5'6", 5'5", 5'8", who would be a better fit for that man, but no. And it's like, could that be another part of it? Could it? Now, all of the dating preferences that we see that have been listed on this channel and others, all of the dating preferences, think about it. I want a man who is tall, who is looks a certain way, and even men saying, I want a woman who is virgin or close to virgin, and so on and so forth. This, I believe, subconsciously is all tied in with the size and the intimacy question. Will we do well intimately? Intimately. Yeah, isn't that the word? Intimately. I don't know. No, beautiful disaster says short men do be having big. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Beautiful disaster. Disaster is not holding back today. So beautiful disaster. Thank you. She says we can get surgery to tighten or do the JJ lift to pretty it up. No excuse, really. Really? Oh goodness. Oh my gosh. Pookie says, give me a minute. I'm a pull up. Oh, I'm a pull up. No, do not. I want this to go at least to the end and I have no guess because I want to be able to say to JR, to everyone, to the world that I have found the topic that most people will refuse to talk about. I have found it. And the thing is, I've spoken about so many controversial things, and this is the one that people are afraid of, talking about women's size. I've won. I've already won. Just let me win. Let me enjoy my win, please, guys. Melephant, nice to see you, girl. She says, I think I would cry and hate myself because I can't change that. You can, Mela. You can. See, you're not a man. Men can't change theirs. Women, we can. It's a muscle. You could. That's why I say, why would a woman get offended if a man said that to her when she has the ability to change that, to adjust? Even Beautiful Disaster said that there are surgeries for that. Justin says he's happy talking about it. Well, it doesn't seem like it because no one has knocked on the door yet, and I'm happy. Literally. You know what I am a little bit afraid of, though? I am a little bit afraid of having a panel speaking about this because I think it could go downhill. It could get to a point where things have to be censored and so on. That is the wrong thing. Oh no. It said it's the wrong link. Oh no. So I didn't win. It was just the wrong link. Oh god. Here I was thinking I won. All right, 1 second. I'll talk to JR really quick. 1 minute, guys. Literally Nas. Oh my God. So I didn't win. I didn't win. JR even said it. It was the wrong link. Oh, man. Here I was thinking I won something. Thanks. Thanks a lot. But Nas, if it were true that I actually had people shook, then I was really hoping that I had it shook. Ah, well, we'll see. JR is going to put the real link in and we'll see who calls in. If anyone does call in, we'll see. We'll see. And then no, it says striking fear. I know. I wish. Oh man, that's kind of disappointing to find out that it was just the wrong link. Denzel says we need Joe Budden for the panel. No, Joe Budden isn't he the guy who? Isn't he the one that was? So I think Kevin Samuels did an interview with him a while back, and he didn't he have an argument with one of his other panelists, his co-host or something like that. Something happened. Mela says, but what if you're small? What if you're more small than average? It could be incompatible with a larger sized man. That's an issue. And that's why I said the size differences. And that's well, okay. So I guess since we're here talking about it, there are there are sites online that they have women who speak about these intimacy issues where you have women who are smaller than average who end up with a man who is larger than average, and it's not pleasant. It's not pleasant. And vice versa, where a man who is smaller than average ends up with a woman who's bigger than average. It's unpleasant. But there's a completely different set of problems that come with both of those things. One of those being that there's no feeling at all, and the other being that there's too much feeling going on. So you've seen people who speak about different ways to I can't believe we're speaking about this. Oh my God. That there are different ways to get the woman to relax. There are certain types of liquids to use. I can't believe we're here. Oh my God. This has come a long way. All right. But you guys understand. But there has been like what is it called? No, someone showed up. Oh my God, I didn't win. Welcome, Mike Up. Hi.
I told you I was going to be on, but
I was just starting to think that I won something. Oh my
nah,
God,
it was C's Talks link.
man. Okay, I'll ask you the question. You as a man, when considering dating a woman, if you know that this woman has had children or that she has had more partners than maybe normal, maybe she's had more than four partners. What's the average normal partner for Americans? I don't know. A normal amount of partners?
I mean, I don't know.
You don't know?
But here's the thing, though: a lot of people ain't truthful to even know.
Well, oh, true. That's true. So, you as a man, knowing that she has given birth or what have you, did it ever cross your mind before having intimacy that her size may not be what you want, or that you may not be the size that she needs or wants?
Um, one of my biggest things was that is that a woman's sex drive and their hormones gets out of whack after having children.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, so how long after having children? Does that last forever or does it?
Some women have postpartum for years, especially if it goes unchecked.
So for you, it was more about the hormones instead of the size? Because what I'm speaking about is the issue, like my husband said, about shoes. Like, is it the same? Is that a good analogy for a woman's area? And
Well, one thing I got this from my wife. She sit there and said there's such thing as women have reconstructive surgery.
mhm.
I don't even think like women have all the things where they could get their butt bigger, their breast bigger. I don't think there's a thing where a man could get his thing bigger.
Well, let's have a look, shall we? Let me have a good old look on the old Googles. Can
I
a
mean, the only thing that
woman?
men have is Viagra, and that's just to get it up.
Okay, can a man increase his size? Um, Ew. Oh gosh. Okay. I am. All right. Oh my God. The images. Oh. All right. Let me just scroll down. 1 second. Okay. Um, it says that men can actually use a stretcher. A stretcher. It says it can increase the men's average soft
You
length
talking about
from.
a penis pump?
Yeah, essentially, that's what it looks like.
That
And
sounds
then,
cool.
wait, it can cause micro tears similar to a strength. Oh, okay. Okay. But and then there's also liposuction. It says that if your belly fat is hanging over you, then that can also be the reason why your stack is short. I'm
Well, yeah,
using different words because
because you can't see it.
okay. And then there's injections. It says you can get a fat injection, and these injections have been used to increase the overall thick.
But that doesn't make sense. It's because erection is nothing but blood flow.
Well, that's why they're saying that these ways, these methods are just really ways to make it look
Look bigger.
bigger. Look, no, only look bigger when it's soft, but when actually.
That's what I'm saying. There's no way for it to get bigger when it's hard.
Right. So that's what they're saying. And there's also another one where I think they put some kind of a rubber inside of it and it is a surgical procedure. And that takes away the actual sensitivity of the man. So it says here. So no matter what, it's a lose-lose game for men. So I'm out of that page anymore because I can't I can't look at that anymore. But yeah. Yeah.
But usually, from my experience, is when they bring up the size is when they pissed off at you.
Ooh. And is that not true, ladies? Is that not true? Because I've never seen a woman actually speak about that unless she has broken up with the man and she's saying, oh, yeah, we broke up. And, honestly, he wasn't so and so. Or she's upset. If you've seen it even on YouTube, you've seen women yelling that in public. And I'm like, why would you do that? Because okay, um, from my cultural background, if we saw a woman doing that, yelling at a man about his size, the majority of people would say that can also speak about you because if you didn't feel
Yeah.
anything, that's probably you issue. So
I mean, it's considered a social norm these days. Like you just yelling that out in public, and everyone just looking at it. It's like, oh, no one bats an eye at it no more.
I know, but you see how the opposite, you guys see the reaction that I'm getting when I speak about the woman sizes. So that's why I said this is not spoken about. It's like so taboo that nobody wants to speak about a woman's size. But it's like every time we speak about the man's size, no
Yeah,
one bats an eye. It's fine.
but here's the thing: is that, and I don't know, I'm gonna piss a lot of women off when I say this, is that when your virgin is tight, it only gets looser the more you get impacted, and the bigger the impact it is.
Hi, little light. But okay, is it not possible for a woman to naturally, genetically be larger down there?
I mean, you could have a fat one, but that's just what lives. But internally, you're depends on how many times someone's entered you and how big they've been.
So it is like a shoe then. So you're saying it is the analogy about the shoe fits perfectly.
Yeah.
How heavy does it weigh on a man? I know this is a little bit intimate. If you don't want to answer it, you can opt out. How heavy is it on a man that thought of not being adequate enough in the bed for said woman?
It don't cross my mind.
Is that okay? Now, because people can see you, this is the thing. I want to have this question where nobody can see each other, anonymous question, because I think that most men will always say that, but I don't know if it's true or not.
But here's the thing: you will know if your shit's small.
Oh,
You will know. with majority of men watching porn these days, you won't know if your shit is small.
Okay. Okay. See, guys, you guys heard it first. That's why I said I wanted to ask a man that because, I think about women. I don't know like if women have that same feeling like, oh, if am I a good size for my
Now
husband
there
or
are
my,
there are some women out there who want the mandingo and they want it all in their guts and all that
a what
stuff.
what?
They want the mandingo. It's literally like 10 inches with a girth of that big. Yeah. And there are other women who run away from that. I've seen it.
Yeah, because probably they value their internal organs. There's some women there's some women who just don't. Okay. So beautiful
But
disaster,
but
help
doesn't
me.
it but doesn't it say something though? If that's what it takes to please you, what does that say about your insides?
Well, that's what I was thinking. That's kind of the point that I'm trying to make here with this conversation is that the majority of women that I see who are always complaining about the size of men, maybe we can turn it around and say, what about you? Could it be you? Instead of always blaming the men, because we never speak about the woman's size. And that's why I wanted to ask the men, like, what is your experience with this? What has been a men's
But
experience with the
this
different
is
sizes?
this is kind of hard because we live in a society where you cannot critique women on anything. But
Exactly.
you can critique men all day to his bare bones. But as soon
Exactly.
as you sit there and say she got a wrong nose, you wrong.
Exactly. And then I want to see the banner as well. The 30% of women admitted to regretting having their children. Do you think that this is also part of the reason why they regret it is because the change is down there? Or do you believe that it's more of a social issue of like, I don't have time for myself anymore. I have
It, it,
to.
it could be there are so many variables that can place. It could be just pure postpartum talking, or it can be like you said, just selfish. You're not having the time to yourself like you used to,
Hmm,
or it could be that the person that she had the man she had the kid with.
that didn't work out. So now she regrets
Yeah,
having it because now she's going to be attached to him for the rest of her life.
yeah. So like, there's a whole bunch of reasons
Hmm.
that why would someone regret having kids, but
My next question to you is this one. To be honest, what matters more? Let's say you have a woman who is, she's everything else. Well, everything else is good. She has the skills, wifely skills that men always say that they desire. But down there, she's just large. It's just large, and no matter what she does, it's going to
like,
be that
and now
way.
you just talking about it being fat, or is she like loose internally? Because there is a difference.
I don't know what fat means, but I think we're speaking about the shoe being stretched out.
Yeah, like throwing a pencil down a hallway.
Okay, scam likely. Yes. Okay, the hot dog in a hallway. Okay, yes, that. We're speaking about shoes and boxes, shoe
Or you
boxes.
are you driving a car down the Grand Canyon?
He said a Boeing 747, but yeah. So if she has everything else in place, everything else is good. But down there, she's just large, and she will always be large. Will you still
Believe it or not, men don't
entertain
think
the
about
idea?
it like that.
Pardon?
Men don't think about it like that. As long as I can feel it, as long as I don't feel like the analogies that we just discussed, we really don't care.
Ladies, you guys heard it from a man. Are you a father?
Yeah, yeah.
Happy Father's Day. I
Thank
want to
you.
wish you a happy Father's Day. And like, I don't know if you saw in the beginning, I wanted to tell all the men here who are fathers that we appreciate all of you. I know after this topic, after this strange taboo topic, I do want to say Happy Father's Day though to all the fathers out there. We appreciate you here.
Am I the
Every
only one?
time Darcel says, every time she says scam likely, I think of my phone number ringing from them. Literally. So,
You mean
okay,
Dr. Patterson, right?
huh?
You mean Dr. Patterson?
Dr. Penderson scam likely. Rila, I know, Rila. Come join me. Come join me. Come ask me. Wait, let me ask you the question, Rila. I would love to ask you the question, but then again, he might feel weird too because, like I said, this topic is
What's up
very
with the
taboo.
gorilla?
Huh? What'd you say?
What's up with the gorilla emojis?
That's Rila. He likes putting that emoji for himself.
Gorilla the gorilla.
Mm-hmm. He does. Hold on, because Rila says that he has big coochie energy. Big coochie. 1 second. Let me get my thing. Let me see. I gotta get my charger, guys. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Okay. Let me see. That's a lie. Crime. Crime and Punishment says black women have deeper vajays. It's biology.
Some women do have deeper by the JJs, but I don't think it's race based. I think it's more of a genetic thing.
I wouldn't think it was racial either. Um, just like I've seen the people always say like Asian women have different size from other women's, all that. I don't know. I don't think that it's racial, but
There are some women who can't even take the average size. That's too much for them.
right. Justin says my girlfriend was very dismissive for my inadequate performance in the bedroom, despite me looking after her bad kids and baby daddy problems. Oh no. Okay. Wait. My girlfriend was very dismissive for my inadequate performance in the bathroom. What does that mean? Very dismissive of it, meaning that she didn't care about it, or she
Meaning
did care
that
about it.
meaning that he wasn't that sexual porn star that she wanted him to be.
And even though he was caring for her, he
Yeah,
said
and
that.
that is also another reason why a lot of men don't date single mothers is because you can lead this household, but don't you dare say anything to my kids. It don't matter. I it don't matter how wrong they are. You better not tell them anything because they're all of a sudden now they're my kids.
When there's a fight, when there's an argument, you mean?
Especially when the kid did something wrong.
Hmm. Arcadio says the canal can be of different lengths.
Yep.
It's funny that these men, and now all of a sudden I see that men actually know proper terminology for women's areas. My goodness. Let me see. I'm just looking at the chat to see what you guys are saying because honestly, I stopped looking because I was too. Uh, I'm too like yeah. Oh, Denzel actually agrees with you. He says, "Same here, Justin."
Mm.
Who called me Indian? Did someone call me Indian? Oh, okay. No. I'm not Indian, Denzel. I'm Lebanese from Lebanon. But yeah, so I guess that does make sense what you're saying. Um, oh wait, Denzel also said, plus the father don't be there to look after the children, and you have to pay for everything. Better to be alone. Money is your best friend. So, have you seen a show called Kendra G Singles on YouTube or Singles on Facebook or something like that? Have you seen it?
No.
So there's a show by a lady. She comes on there and she lets people come on her show. They're looking for love, looking for, boyfriends, partners. I don't know. Anyway, so she has a lot of people come on every night. And recently she had a gentleman come on who actually brought this topic up. This is part of the reason why me and my husband started speaking about the topic because we were watching it together. And then we saw him say that. And then even my husband, he just stopped out of nowhere. I didn't even know he was listening to the show, but he stopped out of nowhere and he said, yes, women are like shoes. And I said, honey, I was like, honey, what do you say? And then that's when he explained what
The
he meant.
better it fit, the more it fits like a glove, the better.
Yes, but that's why he said, like, that's why a lot of men, the man on the Kendra G show, he said the reason why he didn't want to go with a single mother is because he was worried about that area not being what it could be or at its best potential. So he said it's not true that vinegar and salt bath or whatever have you. I don't know what he was talking about. For me, it sounded like he was getting ready to make a soup, but he started speaking about kitchen ingredients to tighten areas down there for women,
And
and he said it doesn't work.
you can get reconstructive surgery.
Well, that's what Beautiful Disaster says.
Yeah, but I've also heard stories of this is what my wife says. I don't know if it's true or not. Like if you go long periods without sex, it will naturally tighten itself.
Right. Chris Green says what Ameera is saying is absolutely true, and that's why the war on black fathers was created in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. The damage is done now, and it's up to us to try and reverse and fix it. Are we speaking about what the government did, the government's agenda to break up the black family? Yes. Yes, it's absolutely a real thing. And Beautiful Disaster says Kendra's show is so entertaining. It is. I really do love it. I really do love it.
But
It's so funny. And I'm sure she probably saw that episode. Yes, Mike?
what were you talking about? She sat there and said like she has to have this big old Mendigo. Other than that, she don't want nothing else. Was that the show you're talking about too? Or like it has to be like this big with this much girth?
No.
No,
What show was that?
no. I'm just asking because you said something about this girl sit there and said all men have. What was you just?
Oh, no.
All
No,
men have
no.
like below average size and all that.
No, I think this lady, I think she was on No Jumper. I believe she was on No Jumper or some other show. It was a male hosted show.
Mhm.
And she was, I believe, a prawn star, you know?
That's probably
And
why.
I'm sorry?
That's probably why.
So she's the one who said that most men are, average or even below average. She said men are just, in that range. And she said that she doesn't really, I mean, she's not really satisfied by the majority of men. So there was another lady there who actually agreed with her. She's like, yeah, and guys always think that they're so big and they're the greatest thing in the world, and they're actually not. And it's like, okay, when they said that, it went through my mind like, maybe it's you. Maybe it's not them, it's you.
You're right, because I mean, no offenses, but it's the truth. You're a porn star. You've been ran through more than anybody.
We don't know that. Just because, okay, wait. Just because a woman actually uses that as a career, right? Now, hear me out. Women who use that as their career doesn't mean that they are every day doing that with those men that you see on the movie, right? I'm assuming that this is work for them.
Yeah, but I'm probably sure for her to have that analogy, she's probably had some big ones.
Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, ew. Oh my God. This topic is so rough for me to do, guys. I'm so sorry. This topic is wow. I think even I'm checking myself out of this topic.
Because,
It's to that point where I'm like, mm-mm.
because here's
Servant
this.
says Cap Amira. Come on. No, I'm saying this because if it's work, it's different. Just because you see her doing whatever she's doing on the movie doesn't mean that she's doing that every day. There are girls who have like husbands and boyfriends, and this is happening every night in their bedroom.
Yeah,
So just because you see it on the movie doesn't mean you understand.
I get what you're saying, but usually they be doing some that type of industry desensitize you to the normal day stuff.
And I see what you mean by that as well. I do understand what you mean by that. Guys, please stop texting me. Hi, Mr. Williamson.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, thank you. I'm sure you understand what the topic is. Welcome to the
No,
topic.
I actually just got here.
Oh, you did? Oh,
Yeah.
goodness. Mr. Steele. Hi, Mr. Steele. He says Kendra D does have some characters calling in. I think he meant Kendra G. And he says so does Melanie King. So does Millie Monaco. So did Kevin Samuels. Yeah, I know. And rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. And it is Father's Day. Oh, so sad. Mr. Williamson, the topic is shoe sizes. Shoe sizes. Shoe sizes being the area of a woman in her private, the size of a woman. So my husband came up with an analogy saying that women's private areas are like shoes that if you have one person who wears a shoe, that shoe will fit snug to that person. But if you have 20 people who wear the same shoe, that shoe will no longer fit anyone well because it has been rearranged so many times that now it's just, yeah. So my question to the panel and to the chat was, how important for men is that when considering dating or marrying someone who has either had children, who has either had more than one partner, or what have you? How important is a woman's size for a man?
Okay. Men today seems to think that it's not important, but it really is. But that's I, that's what I say anyway. They don't. They meet women, but they say they don't. It don't matter, but it does matter. Um, I don't know, cause the longer you're with a woman, if it's just you, you'll get used to it, right? But if the back of your mind you're seeing too many people being there, kind of throw you off a little bit.
But I think as men, we're more worried about the internal than the external.
Say what
What
now?
do you mean? What do you mean by that exactly? You're talking about the hormones?
No, what I'm saying, like you're sitting there saying, like all men really care about is whether how loose it is. Like it's if it's a tight fitting, if I stick it in.
Mm.
That's all men care about.
Okay.
Like if I'm sticking it in and it feels like I'm putting my thing in the air pocket. Like you ain't gonna feel nothing.
Arcadio says the average. Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. You know what? I knew that this topic, you know what? And I made fun of you guys for being too scared of this topic, but here I am losing it on this topic.
Believe it or not, this is a barbershop talk.
Excuse me. Mike, happy Father's Day, man.
I appreciate
Happy
it, man.
Father's Day. Arcadio, thank you. He says the average phallus length is anywhere from 5.3 to 5.6 inches. And of most apes, we have the largest penile size I know I didn't say it right, but in comparison to our bodies, a gorilla's area erect is approximately an inch long. Is that true? Wait. Let me use Google.
The average size is about 5 inches. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the gorilla.
Wait, what?
I'm sorry, guys.
Oh my God.
I'm curious what gorillas are huge. Okay. Okay, it says the average gorilla heart penis size is 1.25 inches. Wow,
There's
that's
some.
crazy.
I hate to say this, but there's some women want you to have a horse.
Did you guys know something? Did you guys know that back in ancient Greece, they used to consider a man with a small penis size to be more intelligent? They said that the larger the size of a man's phallus, that the more dumb he is, the more unintelligent he is. That intelligent men had smaller. Understand?
Oh, that makes sense now.
Why
That's
does
why
that make
black
sense,
people
Mr.
are.
Williamson?
That's why they probably don't think black people are, intelligent. Okay, I see. It's okay. Okay, problem solved.
That's one way to spin it. That's one way to spin it.
So but that's actually real. But do you guys know why I say that? You guys seen the statue of David or the David statue, where he has a leaf covering his genitals? All these
Yeah.
statues where um they have human bodies that are
Mhm.
naked. And every single one you see, the penis on the gentleman is always like that. But that's because they considered that to be the signs of an intelligent man. Crazy.
I don't have. I don't know what to say.
both, of, both of the guys are like, oh, I don't want to say anything about that. I'm not
I don't know what to say.
Well, I learned something today.
Beautiful
That's for
Disaster
sure.
says yes, they had tiny wink. Oh
Yeah,
my
but here's
god.
the thing: if that's all you knew, why is that a problem? Like someone must have came along to show you different.
Well, Jay says that intercourse is very important, and I agree with that because, of course, in a relationship, that is very important. But that's why I said, is it more important than having skills or being a good person when it comes down to a woman? Because a woman, oh God, please stop texting me, people. Okay, I'm so
If
sorry.
I hate to say this, but if you ain't got no personality or no character or nothing else to bring, then yeah, that's what you're gonna lead with.
Pookie, hi Pookie. Can you? Is this really your name? Okay, that's good. Right. Hi, Pookie. I saw you in the chat room, but what do you have on this? Justin says Asians are tiny and they are smarter than Americans.
Or
Er?
I mean,
Latiro says
come
no,
on,
they
Mike.
just had small. It's fine. But the thing is, we're going back to the men's on this one. It always ends up going back to the men. My topic is about the women's size, not men's.
I mean,
So
you're gonna
I
have to get,
see, see what I'm saying. We always end up going back to the men. It
you're,
always goes back to the men's size. But
you're
I
gonna have to
want
get the woman's perspective on. You gotta have some women on to get that perspective.
women
Yeah.
don't want to talk about it, and that's why I say I'm here speaking about it. But like it's hard to get women to come on and speak
Yeah,
about it. Beautiful
you think
disaster is very vocal, but she is vocal from the chat room.
I think it's more of a self-esteem issue.
What? That
Or
women won't talk about it?
yeah, or they don't really think about. I don't know. I'm just guessing at this
Well,
point.
of course, women think about it. There's no way that women don't think about it. I would imagine that everyone thinks about that. Hello, Mr. Pookie. How are you?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, your mic is a little bit choppy though. Mr. Aristotle, please. Hello. Thank you. Yes, I can hear you, Pookie. Pookie. Woo.
He's on mute.
No, he's not. Oh, he muted himself. Anyway, Mr. Aristotle, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Oh,
What
can
do
you
you
hear
have?
me?
What do you have on the topic?
On the topic, I mean, the person speaking, I think as long as it ain't too big, it really shouldn't matter. But that's just me. I don't speak for myself.
But I think too big is subjective. Because
How exactly?
what might be too big to one woman might be the perfect size for another. Like
Okay, I'm a little confused now.
Yeah, I'm confused.
So are we talking about the woman, feels when it comes to sizes or something like that?
well, she was just pretty much asking. I mean, it was pretty much asking like, why is it that women's size matter versus like a woman's in size, whether it's loose or not matters.
Right. Why does men's size matter, but women's is never addressed? Because the majority of the time you see women always complaining about the size of men, saying men are average or small or what have you, but never considering that it could be them. And the other thing is that I've seen that men who refuse to date mothers, women who have already had children, or what have you. My question was, is it that they consider themselves to be inadequate for a woman who has already birthed children because of the size issue? And I just wanted to know if that is a factor or not.
Well, I know for a lot of guys, they say it's a factor, but for me personally, not really. So, I
So you
mean,
said not really?
not for me personally. As long as it's not too stretched, I don't.
Okay, that's the common consensus that even Mike Dub says, like, as long as it's not to this or to that. But it's like, I don't know how. I don't know. I don't know because, like I said, 30% of women say that they regret having their children, and I thought that this was part of the reason why, because of the body changes.
It could be for some, but it just gives 30% who said they regret and never give the reasons.
I mean, let me
Really, Bond? He
since
says they
I'm
have different textures. Some feel good, some don't.
What the
What?
hell have you? Where the hell have you been sticking it?
I don't know about that.
What?
Anyway,
But
I I really think because for men we don't need to be in the desert when we come in, right? And sometimes a woman has to be in a right state of mind to produce that water, right? And what's wrong, Mike?
Oh man.
But it's just
No,
a
for
weird,
real.
like
If a man
he
can,
said desert, I think of sand. I'm like, yo, that would hurt.
yeah. If a woman is not like,
Okay, we get the point. We get it.
okay,
But
but
that
that's like you're in the desert.
that also brings up another point: is that there are some women who can't naturally lubricate.
No, they got issues.
I mean, I never counted that.
So isn't that an issue with age as well, though? That's the difference
That's an
between
issue with
age.
their body. Period.
Sometimes it comes with age. Sometimes it comes with experiences. You know, they can turn it off. You know, sometimes they with you just because.
Okay.
What?
Okay. No, nothing.
But a
Because
guy would not stop. Like, for one thing, a guy would not stop and tell a woman, like, I can't do that because you ain't wet. You know, they will not. They will find another way around it, but it kills the mood. Truly and honestly, it kills the mood when the woman is not like lubricated. It does kill the mood.
I hate to say this, but the
that's
first
a whole nother issue, though.
But that's the only issues that will, you know, keep a man away from doing anything with you.
nah.
No, man.
Like if it's like I'm sticking it down a hallway and I ain't feeling nothing, that's gonna be a problem.
Mr. Yannick, I need to get a sign up live. Hello, welcome in. I want to get some ladies. Beautiful disaster. I do not appreciate this lady. You are very vocal in the chat, but you are not coming up here to help me. I don't want it to be only men because men, as you can see, they are pretty much in agreement. As long as it's not this, they're fine. As long as it's not that, it's fine. I need women to come up and actually speak on this because we're talking about you, ladies. We're talking about us.
Come on, beautiful disaster. Don't be scared.
I think we're a little bit,
What is it?
but I think we're willing to accept our issue as it is.
I understand. Mr. Yannick, your mic, I don't, can you speak a little bit more? Try to speak.
It sounds like I have you on echo. Does that mean that I have you on multiple screens? I turned you over on my phone.
Okay. I need you to get the sound together if you can. You got to like turn off some windows or something. I don't know what's going
Turn
on.
off. How do you turn off a window?
Window, the computer window, not the. Don't make me seem like a fob. I'm not fresh.
Boy, you stupid. That's hilarious.
Servant says smell is another one. Yikes. See, I mean, I guess we are here. We are talking about this topic apparently about oh no. You are not coming in, Mr. Logic. I am not. No.
I knew it was that nigga. I knew it was that nigga.
Ameera, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. If it's down there and it smells like I'm having a fish fry, that's a problem.
You know what? I am. Oh my God. Mr.
Hey, let me
Logic.
get mine off before Logic come in here and just take over the whole damn show. Chat niggas, go ahead and get the lights up, chat niggas.
Chat niggas. Chat niggas. Hey, drop that damn chat nigga emoji in the chats, man. What the fuck wrong with y'all?
I am done.
I say, hey, can I say first and foremost, hey, Logic, I appreciate your honesty and I appreciate you every single show, man. I watch this constantly on my free time when I'm not doing what I have to do, you know. I really do appreciate you. I appreciate Anton and Ameera. I appreciate you so much for keeping your head strong.
Hold on, no. Hey, Ameera, can I ask you a question? No. Is you a member?
Huh?
Is you a member?
What kind of question is that? Why would I appreciate you and not be a member?
I just making sure everybody in this panel a member, right? Because I'm gonna start kicking niggas off. Hey, if you ain't no damn member, man, hey, you don't need no voice. No, I'm playing. I love y'all too, bro.
No.
Yes, sir. Hey, I want to speak on the topic. What's the topic of the night?
Well, let the guys who actually know the topic, and then maybe you can catch up a little bit. Mr. Logic, do you know do you know the topic?
Absolutely.
No, I read the topic, but I'm gonna go with the flow though. I ain't been on a mirror show in a while, so I'm just
You came on the wrong
enjoying
night. You came on the
I
wrong
got
night.
some.
No, he came on the
I got
right
some
one. This is like
anecdotal.
hilarious.
No. I want to quit. I want to quit.
I
This
got some
topic.
anecdotal if you want it.
Okay, you know what? Okay, Mr. Logic, here it is. The topic is about shoes. Me and my husband were watching a show recently, and a gentleman came on a dating show and said that he did not want to date a single mother because her area down there after giving birth will not be the same. And my husband did an analogy with shoes. He said that women's private areas are like shoes, that if you have a pair of shoes that's worn by one person, that they will be fit for that person and it will work good. But if you have 20 people who wear the same pair of shoes, they will not fit anyone perfectly. They will be loose. So, the question to the panel is, how important is it, or does it cross your mind before being intimate with a woman that her area might be large or you might be inadequate for her in intimacy?
So the example of shoes is compared to a woman who's been with multiple partners.
No,
Right.
shoes
Versus-
represent her vagina.
Right,
That
shoes
box,
is
that box being loose.
It's been with multiple partners.
yeah. So it's like a pair of shoes that has like 20 owners versus a pair of shoes that has one owner.
Yeah, I would definitely love to hear opinions before, or even after.
Well, look, I go ahead and go because I ain't scared.
It's
What?
gonna be hilarious.
So, hey, it's
Logic.
nah. Look, hey, I agree with your husband, Ameera.
Oh yeah.
Not only is the shoe loose, it's wore out, but let's get deep. You don't have respect for that shoe.
Okay.
Mm.
You know that shoe been worn by everybody. It's nothing special about that shoe. It's like when you get a new pair of shoes, you love it because of I'm just like when I went to the Houston meetup. I had the Christian lubes, the floral pattern Christian lubes, right? You remember that? You remember that, Mike? Right? Didn't nobody have that shoe?
Yeah.
Right? They only made 500 of that shoe. It hit different. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I had pride into that. But when you got that somebody done wore so many times, that been around the block, niggas been jumping over fence and that shit. It got bubble gum on the bottom of it. It's all scarred up. You know what I'm saying? How can you expect a man to respect something that he didn't even tear up?
You talk about you got a Goodwill.
Listen what I'm saying.
You got a Goodwill box.
He didn't even tear it up. So you want him to respect something that he didn't even put the wear and tear on it. It's different from a shoe that you got, that you put work into it, that all the miles and thank you. Look at that. They didn't took my word. All the miles that you done put on it, it's respect. It's from you. You can respect that. But scuffs on that bitch, the damn soul damn near ran die. You know what I'm saying? It's smelly. It smell like most of the niggas didn't put their feet in it. Nasty niggas didn't put their feet in it. Niggas didn't wore it to work and they work at Amazon on the 24-hour shift. Nah. How can you tell a man to respect that box or that shoe?
You talk about a Goodwill shoe.
I agree with your husband because a piece of used box is like a rental car. Ain't nobody gonna respect it because it's used by everybody. Everybody gonna wear it out. You ain't gonna slow down when you get over the speed bump. You ain't gonna care about nobody scratching it.
Say Logic.
I'm gone. I'm tired. I'm tired of this shit.
You ain't talking.
There were people, there were ladies in the chat. There were ladies in the chat who said that with a woman's shoe, 1 minute, Mr. Yannick, 1 minute. They were saying that with the ladies, a woman's shoe is not like a man, that a woman can actually adjust her shoe back to its previous state because women, it's a muscle, and there are ways to retighten said shoes. So that's what they're saying, that they can tighten the laces.
Amir, using the analogy, if you got a pair of fresh white shoes and a nigga run through the mud, you can never get that shoe back white. So if you want to compare it to the vagina, stretch marks, goddamn C-section marks, all that shit, the thing is should a man be responsible for another trauma in another relationship? And I said, no, nobody should ever be responsible for another man's work. That's why women should stay with whoever chat niggas. Hey, hold on. What's up with the chat? Y'all join that membership, man, and drop them chat nigga emojis in chat.
Mr. Logic, come, please.
But I think she's more speaking. But I think she's more speaking to the fact that if your foot is a size 12, you're a size 12. But you could change your shoe size from 13 to 14 to whatever fits, because shoe sizes come in all different shades and forms. But your one foot size is your foot size no matter what.
So I don't think I hear anything about the purpose. Right? So when I
purpose?
when I say purpose, right? When I say the purpose, there used to be a purpose of finding a shoe size. Right? I'm looking for a shoe size that agrees with my values as a man at a certain point. I just
that has nothing to do with shoe size.
Only thing you're gonna know if that's a shoe. Only way you're gonna know that's a shoe for you if you walk in that motherfucker. That's it.
I get it 100%. I get it 100%, right? But everybody can walk into a 9.5. I guarantee you it's gonna be a 9.5 once again if we're talking about the same shoe, right?
Man, a 10 cannot fit. A 10 cannot fit in a 9.5.
It's only gonna be a 10 for so long. It's gonna go right back to a 9.5. I guarantee it.
No. Hold on, Amir. The thing is,
I know you guys.
Hold up, Noah.
Yes, sir.
See, if you try to put a size 12 foot in a 9 shoe, and you constantly wear that, right? What's gonna happen to that shoe?
Immediately.
No. But wait, what's gonna happen is that shoe gonna perform. It gonna bust out its natural form.
Absolutely.
The toes gonna start hanging out. Have you ever been to a African country when you see that kids stay in the same shoes and then they'll end up busting out the shoes and the motherfuckers turn into sandals?
Hey, brother. Yeah, I'm a refugee. I came here from Africa.
Okay, so do you understand then that if you gonna translate pussy to shoes?
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Pussy goes back.
No, bro. No, not if it's a size 5 pussy, and then you put a size 12 in that damn 5.
Hey, you know what? There is a point of no return.
Yeah,
there is a point of no return. I do 100% agree, but that takes
a point
time.
of no return.
Let me finish. That does take time. A point of no return takes time. It doesn't happen immediately. 100%. So how many individuals have to go through that point before they reach no return? Are we waiting for that?
50.
One.
Let me finish. Does she build a standard before we get to that point? Does she build a standard before we get to that point? And then look, then on the background we say,
What is that?
Hold on. Then on the back point we say, well, lady, you done been through so many shit. It'd be worth my time. It wouldn't be worth my time to go off. I know now you're at the point of no return, but I don't know how many you've been. It's like It's double standard on our end. It's a double standard on our end.
You saying she
All
gotta
right,
get a
I'm gonna
short
I'm gonna
touchdown?
go ahead and jump in here because this is ridiculous. I'm
Let's
gonna
talk
go
about-
ahead and jump in here because that's ridiculous. You have no idea what you're talking about, apparently.
I thought you're right. 100%.
I've had
I'd love to learn.
okay, calm the fuck down and let me talk, my guy. Just chill.
Yes,
Thanks.
sir.
All right, so I've had pretty much every experience. When I was in college, I had the chick that was a 304 who had been with, guys that were basically horses or whatever they wanted to be. And I got with her. And this is what I was trying to say in the chat. When you got pelvic bone to pelvic bone, you're not doing nothing. You ain't doing shit. You can go ahead and back up out of there and call a cab. You ain't doing nothing. So that was in my 18, 19 years old. And I didn't feel any kind of way about it, but it was like, okay, whatever. Moving on to one of these ladies that I was with in my later years, probably like 25, 26. She was a little bit older, and she told me that she had been with over 50 dudes before she had left high school. It was like it was like a game to her. And I'm not gonna give her name, I'm not gonna give her location, but it was crazy. So for me, it was just friends with benefits for a while. And she had a daughter that was older, in her teenage years. So it wasn't nothing serious, but it was how can I put it? It wasn't loose, but it wasn't tight. It was just like there's just like a couple of millimeters off where it's like I'm not filling it up all the way. You know what I'm saying? So contrast to this other lady who had 3 children. Okay. Had a high school son, had a middle school daughter, had an elementary school daughter. This was some of the tightest. Oh my God. She used to grip me and just take me around the room. It was hers. I said, would you stop gripping me so damn tight? She's like, well, you're making me come. Oh, that's what it is.
Sir, please, can we calm down this conversation to a PG level, please?
PG? That's PG.
Bro,
That's
you
PG.
talking about? Hey, let me get this straight. You said the 19-year-old, she pretty much had a Noah part in the Red Sea, pretty much.
Oh man, she had somebody was putting their arm through it or something. I was like, what is this? I mean, I wasn't, the man or nothing. I didn't even know what I was doing per se. I was 18, 19, but she was like,
but here's
the leader bottle.
But here's the thing I'm trying to get at. She 19.
No, she had been in college. She was like 20, 21. She was having a good time.
That's still bad.
Oh, it was bad. But like I say, man, I've ran the gamut of women that have children, women that don't have children, women that have had multiple children. And it really does. It depends upon that woman's ethics and her work ethic. You can do your Kegels and you can get that joint back in shape. It is possible.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Bro, you kept one more time, nigga. I'm finna kick you out. I'm finna kick you out of that Ninja Club.
That's what I was asking.
Bro. Look.
Hey, Ameera, though, I'm gonna be honest with you. When you sit there and said men had to experience the pregnancies and giving birth and all that, I'm not gonna lie, and my wife is gonna hate me for this, but when that shit was being born, I'm like, man, I stick my shit in that.
I tell you, I used to work with doulas, and we used to see the husbands in the room when their wife was giving birth. The husbands' faces would just.
You never look at the same.
They felt really bad. I don't know, but I felt bad for them, honestly. But that's why I was asking you guys. The man who came on the show who said that he didn't want to be with a woman who had children before because he said he didn't want to deal with the changes that happened down there because he said it doesn't go back. This is why I wanted to ask you about the size and if it's that important.
Hey, but Ameera, Bruiser just had a baby and he passed out in the living room.
That's a goddamn lie.
No, for real. There are some men who passed out. There are some men who passed
Man,
out.
I had my hands open, waiting on them to come out like this. I was in there. I ain't feel nothing, son. I was in there like a pro. Like I done did it
Bruce,
100
I
times.
gotta ask you something. Is your wife watching the show?
Congratulations,
Damn right.
by
She
the way.
always watching the show, man.
All right, so fuck it. I don't care. You don't care.
No, she
Hey,
ain't watching
look,
the show. Go ahead. Go
hey, I
ahead.
don't care. I'm gonna say it. Did the box go right back or did it take time?
The motherfucker
It
went
takes
back,
time,
bro.
bro.
By the time I got in that bitch, it was like it ain't never left.
But that's
Congratulations. Happy Father's Day, guys. Happy Father's Day to the men who
That's also
Hold up, Bruiser line. Hey, look, if Miss Bruiser, if you in the chat, put a 1 in the chat, Miss Bruiser. I don't think you're here.
But I think that's the
Man,
reason why
bro.
this.
She ain't in here. She ain't in here.
It went back, bro. I'm telling you.
But isn't that the whole reason why doctors say you shouldn't have sex after you have give birth? Like, was it like 6 to 9
This
months?
nigga right
Like that?
here.
There's a time period where they recommend you not having sex after having birth.
Yeah, I think I've heard of
Yeah.
that.
It's like 6 weeks, I think.
I couldn't tell you when the time period is, but I think I've heard of that as well.
It's like 6 weeks, bro. 6 weeks.
Now I got a question for the gentleman on here. Now,
But hold on, before you say that though, this is the thing though. Women get stretch marks on their jaws, so you know they're gonna get stretch marks on that box.
I get it. I think
y'all never saw a chick with I'm just keeping it funky. Y'all never saw a chick with stretch marks on her jaws?
No, bro. What the hell?
On her jaws?
Jaws.
You doing too much oil. You doing too much oil, bro.
She's pretty much saying she be goating that thing down.
Yeah, I done seen chicks with like stretch marks on their jaws and shit. I was like, I know you got that been getting in. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
Okay. And then I knew her ass was gonna look like goddamn a fucking a road map.
I think they say if they put cocoa butter on it, it'll help it, get back.
What is going on here?
No,
Please,
she need to
guys. Oh
sit
my
in some
God.
cocoa
Please.
butter.
What is going on here? I knew this chat was gonna go bad. Why aren't there no women here? Why are there no women?
Because women
Mr.
insensitive
Logic,
to this
Mr. Logic,
subject.
please call the women. Please call the women.
Let's go. Hey, ladies. Hey, look, beautiful ladies. Hey, join the panel, man. Join the panel.
I
If
got
you
you.
join
I
the
got you. I'll
panel,
bring
Mr.
somebody.
Elijah gonna give you a special look.
A special stretch mark on your jaw.
Hey, JR. Hey, JR. Call my phone, man. Hey, women, if you join the panel right now, we're gonna give you something good. I'm seeking I get the boss man to give us some. Oh, he in the chat. Hold up. Let me get him on the phone. The boss man called me. If the boss man called me, I'm gonna try to give y'all ladies something good tonight for calling into the show.
The women are so shy on this topic. I'm like, am I the only one who's willing to try to talk about it? Women, please.
You keep dodging it.
what I wanted to ask.
Comfortable for you.
Well,
What I wanted to ask. What I wanted to ask the gentleman is,
I kind of want to hear
do
your
you guys really care that she has like when you see a woman, do you like, oh, she have a children, she have kids, so
I think that's the point I was speaking on too.
Nobody, no man is gonna see a woman that is fly and say, oh, I'm staying away from that box because they have kids.
Only time they think about it is if they physically see the kid.
Hold on. Hey, call my phone so I can put you on the
honestly, that's true.
First, how you supposed to know they had kids?
But that's what I'm saying though. Even if a woman show you kids that they have kids, you trying to still get in. It's not like now we're asking for a man sticking with that woman, or we're saying him getting in. That's a different conversation.
Hey, hold on 1 minute, bro. 1 minute. Hey, we got the boss man on the phone. JR, you here?
Yeah, I'm here. What's going on?
Hey, can we give out a free T-shirt for the first lady that call in?
Ain't no ladies calling in?
No.
The fuck?
I know.
Father's Day, what you think they doing?
They're in the chat. But I'm just saying, I mean, hey, look, I'm calling you the boss. So can we give out a free Lapeef T-shirt for the first lady that call in?
What these ladies doing, man? They riding.
Yeah. We can do that, man. Just let me know the size, and then we'll make it happen, man.
I have them email
ladies
you.
Call in. Ladies call in. I'm giving away a free first lady to call in right now.
All right, first lady that call in, you get a free Lapeef T-shirt. You heard it from the boss man. Call in later on this topic.
All right, bet him up.
All right.
I don't think most men will say no to a woman that have kids.
Hold on,
They
wait.
will
Hold
still-
up, wait.
Hold
I'm
on
sorry,
now.
bro.
Hold
I'm
on
sorry.
now. Hold on now, Logic. Hold on.
No.
They
I'm
will
just telling
still
you
date.
to call in, man. I don't want no smoke with you, man. You like you a killer. Look, ladies, call in right now. You get a free Lapeef t-shirt. First lady to call in. All right. I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother.
Ain't a
Like I
lady
said,
in the freaking chat.
like
All
men will
hard
hit.
legs.
If men will hit a chick that is so big, you be like, damn, that man ain't gonna care about a woman, having kids.
Yeah, if you're speaking from a sexual aspect, they won't care. But if you're speaking from a relational aspect, they may hesitate.
Are we talking about relationship?
No, I think you're speaking from a sexual aspect.
The sexual aspect, a man will hit anything.
100.
That's true.
But now listen. I don't think the first determining factor for either man or woman is appearance. I really don't. 100%.
That is a lie.
Hold on, let me finish. I think that every man or woman considers off of first take, right? But then they remember their situation. I think every man and woman remembers their situation, and then immediately after remembering their situation, they consider 100%. For example, a woman with children, will remember her situation and say, okay, so I've thought about this man's appearance first and foremost, right? And he is appealing to me, but then, right? But then my situation, does it need a man like this? If it does, for example, we know this man is out here in the streets. This man introduced himself with a gun in his pocket or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He introduced himself like that. Is that a woman is going to consider that? Let me go to your house. Is that woman?
Bro, you're giving a woman too much credit now. You're giving today's women
Same
too
with
much
the
credit.
man, or at least I guess I am
Same
giving.
thing too. I understand that.
I'm giving both sexes too much credit then.
We already know a man will hit anything.
I would assume a man would think the same. I would assume.
No, there are some men out there who will hit unattractive women just because it's convenient. Because
Thank you. But to settle down, that's a different case.
Okay.
A woman will settle down. They will do a little more, selective when they want to settle down. But if they want to just get maybe some kind of support or anything, they don't care. The same thing with a man. If they just want to bust a nut, they don't care.
And I think that's what I was saying. I think I was saying that a woman would first look at this man and say, is he appealing to me? And then would say, is this man able to support me in the situation I'm in right now?
Well,
they don't go that deep, bro. They don't go that deep.
No, it doesn't go that deep. I can tell you what happens, bro.
I guess I gotta ask before
one at a time.
Before anybody says anything, I gotta ask: is that then a problem that it does not go that deep?
But that's the issue we're having
This is what my
today,
wife
though.
said to me.
I'm asking the question: is that then a
I'm about
problem?
to answer it to you. I'm about to answer it to you.
Yes, sir.
And my wife said to me is very simple on the attraction part is that if I can wake up to you and I still find you attractive, that's enough. Because there's something else waking up to somebody and you find them attractive every day versus just for one night.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but what you're saying is that a bust down can't be a bust down for multiple years. I don't take bust downs outside. I don't take them nowhere. She comes over, I bust down, and then she leaves. And I can tell you very very simple. Hold on, real quick. Hold on. And I can tell you very simple. In my early 20s, when I was a slut bucket, I was out here making 304s left and right. So the only thing that I cared about, this is the only thing that I cared about.
Hey,
hold on. This is the
where's
only
my
thing I cared about.
Hey, Mr. Logic, where's my shirt at?
Hey, man, you can never go back on that, bro. Don't do that, bro.
Where's my shirt?
Don't do that, bro.
Just about that.
Listen, Mr. Will.
Did y'all hear say guys?
Mr. Will, listen, guys. We have a lady here, and I need to bring her in. So, men, please let the woman speak a little bit. Welcome in, Miss Margaret.
Hi. How is everyone?
Good.
Right.
How are
you doing?
Great. Where's Mr. Logic? That's my baby.
Oh boy.
Girl, you don't stop that bullshit.
Hey,
love you,
Amir, is
Logic.
it possible just to finish my sentence that I had? I was
No. Let
No,
hey,
Oh my
come on,
God, we got
come on.
crybaby men
Let's
on a
let the lady
panel. We
interject.
have
had
No, we got
crybaby
some
men on
words
a
on here,
panel.
man. Chill.
We have crybaby men on a panel. Ew.
Don't start that.
Okay. I was just finishing my sentence. I was saying the only thing that I looked for when I was in my early 20s was a naturally biological woman. Was she born a woman? That's all.
Well,
Was she born a
there's only
woman?
one way you're gonna find out.
Here, I
Oh
unmute
no,
you.
I was very deliberate about, hey, let me see your neck, let me see your ears, let me see your eyes, let me see that cat. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Nah.
Yeah.
I was born a man. I was born a man.
All right, you got the floor.
Yes, my name is Anna. I'm a mixed race advocate. I just come over here to fucking troll. This is my place here to troll. Anton blocked me, so I'm gonna.
Yeah. No, sorry guys. I'm sorry about that. That is not
Oh,
cute. I mean, I guess maybe she thinks that's cute for attention. I'm sorry.
That's all
lady.
she
That's
does.
it's not cute.
damn.
Guys,
You know,
As soon as you brought her
move
up, I
on.
knew she was on that bull.
Right. Sorry guys. I figured that maybe she would add a little bit to it, but I guess not. She just came here to
Hey,
look for
Eleanor.
attention.
Eleanor said, "Do we want women on the panel?" She in the chat. She said, "Do we still want women on the
Yeah,
panel?"
we do.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes. But actual women, not little girls who need attention. We need women.
Oh, I don't
Yes.
know. She might be legit though.
Nah, bro.
No,
Okay,
we
Shrek.
don't owe her a shirt because she just said she came up here trolling and not to have a conversation.
Oh
No,
yeah.
she gets nothing. She gets
She don't
nothing.
get no
She
shirt.
gets
Yeah.
kicked out. That's what she gets.
Hey,
So
hey,
no.
Logic.
Just Jay.
Logic.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I meant to help you out with your topic the other day on I forget which one it was.
You're welcome.
On Thursday.
Hold up. We ain't talking about that. We talking about shoe size and pussy. Hey, come check.
My bad.
On Political Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we get a female up there. I wish Ameera, do you want to come on Political Tuesday with us?
Please do.
You guys don't want me there. You guys do
I
not
do.
want me
Yes,
there.
I do.
We do.
You already know my views, Mr. Logic.
No, I know your views. So that means you need to come to Political Tuesday. We're gonna do some deep diving on Tuesday, and it's gonna be a great show. You need to show up.
I swear to God, I'll put $100 in there.
You know, I'll consider. I will. You know what? Actually, what time is it?
Wait, hold
what time
on, Amir. Hey, Noah, if you put $100 in this chat right now, she gonna come.
100.
Who's coming?
No, he said if he put $100
up.
I didn't say that. I don't do. Hey, first and foremost, let me explain something. First and foremost, right? From what I've seen of Ameera, I don't think Ameera is the type to accept $100 as charity for her to.
No, but did you not just say, hold up, bro? Hey, look, we keep it talking.
You know we do. I said
did you not just say you'll put $100 in there if she come on Tuesday?
I said I put $100 in there if you allow me to come on Tuesday.
Okay, guys, we have another lady. I need to add her in, so please welcome Bella. Hi, Bella.
Hi, Ameera.
Hey,
how
how's
are
it
you?
going? Hi. So can I get guys, gentlemen, you guys have had lots of time to speak. Let's let the lady speak a little bit. Lady, I want to get your opinion on the topic. What do you think about this topic? Did you have anything that you want to address with the gentleman?
I'm actually really surprised that you chose this topic, Ameera, because I see you as very conservative, especially with your culture.
Right.
So I'm really surprised that you chose this.
I figured I would see what would happen here, and it's going downhill, but here we are.
Yeah, it's definitely going downhill because this is what people like. They like this sex talk. So of course you're gonna have a lot of people listening and joining in and stuff.
Yeah. I see that. Do you have anything on the topic, or did you want to say anything from a woman's point of view?
I think it's kind of weird that people are going around looking at people's hands and their shoes and their shoe sizes, trying to determine certain things. I think it's kind of strange.
So what do you think about the issue about men saying that that they don't want to go with women because they have had children and they're worried about their bodies not being the same anymore? What do you think about that? Like, do you think? Thank you, Just Jay. Do you think that is justified? Do you think that that's real, or do you think that that's men's insecurities coming out?
No, I think that's fair. If they don't want to date anyone with children, I think they're within their right. I think it's kind of weird. I hear guys they don't want to date women with children, but it's like the guys that have children are also saying that they don't want to date women with children, and the guys with like multiple baby mamas are also saying that. So
But
it's
the
like
men
so.
aren't birthing them. That's the difference. The women are the ones birthing it, and the women's body is the one that changes. This is why they were saying that they didn't
But
want to go with them.
but they ruined her body. So he needs to marry her because no other man is going to want her. So why did you give her a baby? You ruin her body knowing that no one else want her. That's not fair.
Hmm.
So he needs to stay with her. That's what I think.
Men, would you guys respond?
Yeah, I love to respond. I think you said it perfectly. That just puts the responsibility back on the woman, right? If you know that you chose this man to have a child, and you know that you are going to be less of value after this man, then maybe you should choose a man that you're worth that is worth marrying you.
Period.
I think that just puts it right back on the woman. I wouldn't put that on the man because the next man. I wouldn't put that on the next man because the next man is only seeing the value you present or you represent, right? But it does not put that on the man you originally chose because you bypass that and say I get to start all over when you know that you get to suffer the most from this birth. It's not fair.
And I also want to say this too, is that we also live in a day and age where women are completely okay with being a single mother. But
No, that's not true. She
I don't
she
think
had
that's right. I agree with
that's not entirely true. She had the
that's
baby because she wants to be with the man, and she probably had the baby because so she can attach herself to the guy. So that's why she had it.
but that's the wrong reason to get a
Yeah,
guy.
yeah. I agree with Mike. Oh, the two Mikes agree on that. They're completely okay with being single mothers in theory, because my overall saying is that one of the worst things about our generation is that men trivialize sex and women trivialize childbirth. All right. If you really knew what you were getting into as a parent and knowing, and you can see a bunch of examples of children not being raised, not having fathers in their lives to, rear the children correctly. Any woman with half a brain would think, I'm not going to trivialize birthing this child into a bad situation. So absolutely, I agree with Mike that, yeah, that's my take on it.
But guess what? It's so many women that have children. It's not a lot of single women that are childless. Y'all are gonna have to marry these women that have children. Are y'all are gonna have to be stepfathers? I'm sorry.
I got one thing to say.
She has a point.
I got one thing to say. Why is this man not worthy of marriage, but you're worthy of having a kid with him?
Bingo.
She don't want to be tied down.
She
don't want to be tied down.
Down.
Wait, whoa. He's not. You don't want to marry him, but you're willing to have a kid with him? That don't make any sense.
I think she hit.
That sounds pretty selfish.
I think somebody just hit the midpoint right there. One person said, and I think that was her. She said that
Forgot. Logic put it back up.
Well, she gotta be tied down.
I think she's.
I'm playing devil's advocate, but what does she need to be tied down to a man?
There you go.
Why do you feel like a man is trying to tie you down?
No. I get what Bella's trying to say. She's pretty much trying to say is that if she has a kid, it'll be able to tie down the man to get him to begin into a relationship.
If
a lot of times that does not work. Like, you should not be using tactics like that to conceive.
But I really love the fact that you said that, because that is a common modern problem. That's cheating, essentially. How are you going to cheat the system when you have the blueprint of how this is supposed to work? Carry yourself accordingly, like a lady of distinction. Do what you need to do to earn a man's respect and ultimately a ring, and then comes the baby.
Here's
But y'all missed my whole point, and nobody answered my question. Y'all are gonna
what
have
was your
to
question?
marry
What was your question?
these. My point was, y'all are gonna have to marry these single mothers because it's so many of them out here. Y'all ain't gonna have nobody else to
I'll
marry.
retort
The
to
good
that.
women that
I'll
ain't got no
retort to that.
children, we gonna be with the top 10% men.
All right,
So the
hold
rest
on,
of
hold on.
y'all gonna have to marry the
Y'all
baby
can't
mamas.
talk at one time.
Appreciate you
I'll
reminding me.
retort to that.
First and foremost, Kevin Samuel said, right? You have the key to sex. I have the key to a relationship. 100%. You choose who you're going to have sex with. I choose who I'm going to have a relationship with.
Ultimately,
hold on. Let me address what Bella just said. Hold on. Slow down. Let's take a deep breath because this is getting good, and I understand. Look, let me address what Bella just said. Bella, what you said is that eventually dudes gonna have to get with these baby mamas, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that showing why it's no marriages? Isn't that showing why that guy's not doing that? Because they're not willing to take accountability for the pain and trauma that you go through for these pregnancies. But if you really want to ask yourself, a man will look, men play, it's a mental game. They will take accountability for the shit that they do. But if a woman walks out that house, then it's on her. Like I said, we can change all this shit. If a woman walks out the house from that man, that it wasn't involved in physical abuse, then you know what? She gets nothing. I guarantee you that'll fix this problem overnight.
And not only that logic, there's a lot of situations where the man has to pay for the past traumas that she dealt with in her past life. Like he did the shit.
I mean,
y'all guys got traumas. Y'all got baby mamas, and
There you
y'all
go.
That's
see.
the point I
So
wanted to
we all got traumas. So all the people with traumas just need to be together and work it out.
No.
Let me make this one point because you said men have to deal with women. We have to marry them. Twice as many. Well, let's talk about the black community. Twice as many black women have children than black men. So black men don't have to do that, and we have more options. We do the choosing. So you're basically, disregarding that simple, basic fact. We can do. I mean, I'm married to a black woman, but black men can date out. They can do whatever they want to, and they're attractive to other people. So the world is our oyster when it comes to that.
But guess what?
And then Mike, exactly. Hold on real quick. And then Mike, you actually have your point because we have time. Like time is not on women's side as far as childbirth and stuff like that. We have time to go and find a 24-year-old when we're 50 years old if we really want to.
But let's be realistic, though. That's not realistic.
Let Bill speak. Let Bill speak.
That's not realistic. It's not a lot of single, childless, young, beautiful women that's ready to be settled down, ready to be married, ready to be committed to one person. It's just not realistic. It's not going to happen for the majority of men.
Hey,
So
Bella,
that's
Bella,
what you're
Bella,
proving.
hold
My
on,
whole
wait,
point
hold
is
on,
that
hold on,
you need to be
Bella,
settled
Bella.
down with these baby mamas.
Wait. Hold up, Bella. Is you single?
I might be.
Is you childless?
That's a yes.
Wait,
Yeah.
is you childless?
Yeah.
Okay then. So what you said don't add up.
I'm not speaking for me. I'm not speaking for me. I'm just
So Ms.
just
Bell, let me
saying.
ask you because what you're saying is statistically incorrect. Do you know the average age of marriage for a woman in the United States?
It's like 25.
No, it's like between I think 27,
30 and
28
30.
now. So
It's
it
like-
was 25. Now it's gotten
like 30
pushed
and
out.
35 now.
Exactly. Women have to get their lives in order faster than men do. So you're basically contradicting just natural science of a woman. By the time you're done with college, you need to be focused on getting the best man you can. Okay.
Nobody
The
here
best
is in
man you can.
college. I'm totally done with college.
As soon as
my
you get
point.
out,
That's
you
my
don't
whole
have
point.
time.
But hey, Trigger Mike. I hate to say this stuff, but we live in a day and age that a lot of women go to college to prove they don't need a man.
And
Yeah,
and
but
behold,
that
they still need
it
one.
hasn't been proven though.
Yeah.
You
Well,
don't stop them
what?
from
I'll
trying,
make
though.
this one, Mike Dub, because to prove they still like I might be misquoting here, but when surveyed, 9 out of 10 women say they want a lifelong companion, and 7 out of 10 women say they want to be married to that companion. So we need not talk about what women don't want. Every woman essentially wants a companion. Now you got to be realistic about how you get one.
And you
But to be honest,
let him finish. Let him finish. I would love to hear that man go ahead and finish, because I think he's proven multiple points.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, Mike W, you were gonna say something.
No, it goes difference between what women actually want versus what they go after are two different things.
That ain't our fault. I'm chilling.
It's not right now. And listen, that's not the dynamics of economy's fault either, right? How you survive is not based on what you want. It's based on what's required, right? Listen, a woman is not built to handle the pressure of the economy as is. It's not. 100%. That's why you need a man to survive after a certain age. 100%. If you don't agree with that, that's fine. 100%. But that's not the reality of the world we live in. It just is.
And you know, one of the weirdest things is that right now the theme for modern women is I'm single because I got to chase the bag. So I'm a married man. You want to know who owns all the wealth as far as women are concerned in America, Bella?
Yes.
Married women. Married women own all of the wealth. That is the wealth cheat code. So it's like, why are you chasing the bag? Women who know better look at women who think that they're doing this thing independently. The richest women in America are interdependent.
They don't see that though, because there's a lot of women who are chasing the bag, see marriage as a liability.
You're changing the subject.
Hey, Mike, you realize it's based on the race too, right?
Because
your women, it's a difference with your women and our women.
Bro, you know I'm married to a black woman, right?
I mean, I agree. I know you married a black woman, but
here's the thing. Here's the thing. A lot of people don't realize is that this modern women shit is across America. Period.
No, it's actually Bruiser. It's the second worst in the white community. So it's black community, then the white community. Like 50% of their marriages end in divorce. So only 2 in 4 of their women are married. So they're right behind us. If you want to look,
we've been talking to
nuclear. Hold up. Let's do this.
Yeah,
hey, y'all make sure y'all talk through Bella in the mirror so we balance it out. But I added 2 modifications to my women tier list. I added to number 1 is themselves, Bella and Janae. And on number 7, I added men and baby daddies. So that's the new women tier list.
You go ahead, Bella. You got something to say.
Yeah, explain the tie down thing. Explain
that. You're tied down because, and I don't necessarily think this, I'm just kind of being devil's advocate, but you're tied down because a baby don't tie you down because you have authority over the baby. You don't even gotta raise and watch the baby.
No,
you can just let a grandmother watch it. But a man, a man is over.
Let her talk. Hey, Sugar Mike and Noah, nigga, get on your arc, nigga. Goddamn. let her talk, man.
Guys, look, if you guys keep interrupting, I'm going to mute you just temporarily. Noah, you are on mute timeout for a little bit, okay? Just letting you know.
Thank you. So yeah, she has authority over the baby. The baby can't tell her what to do. She doesn't even really need to raise the baby like that. She can just make sure the baby is clothed and fed, and she can give him off to her grandmother. But when you got a man, the man is over you, and now you got to listen to your man, and ain't nobody got time for that. So they ain't got time to be tied down to no man.
How old are you?
But doesn't that speak to the problem though?
Facts.
Isn't that you don't want you want a man, but at the same time you don't want to be told what to do.
Exactly. You got it. That's it.
You realize when your baby cries, he's telling you what to do.
Yeah. Well, it's almost offensive, man. I got toddlers, okay? It's almost offensive that you think you have control over a baby. You have no control. They control you.
No. What she's trying to say is that
neglection. You do.
No. What she's trying to say is that the baby gives you control over the man.
No, you don't. You don't have no authority over a baby.
Hold up, Ameera.
No. She's saying that
right now. This is not Bella. You are a Bella.
She's doing devil's advocate. She's doing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's doing that. I know what she's doing.
No, she's saying that women don't want to be
telling me that now. I ain't gonna say
an
that.
actual woman.
Hey, well, hold up. Hey, Bella, explain yourself a little more so I can get a little more context what you're talking about.
I'm saying ain't nobody got time to be tied down to no husband. Oh, I can't go out because I got a husband. Oh, I can't go here. I can't
right.
wear this because I got a husband. Nobody has
Bella,
time for that.
See,
let my wife
When
do
you
it.
got a
here,
baby,
that right
you
there
tell the
falls
baby
into
what to do. The baby don't tell you what to do.
that
But
is
And then you got
correct.
somebody
that
who
right there
loves you
falls
and who's
into the
cute.
problem is that yes, at the same time I want a husband, but yes, at the same time I want to be able to go out and I don't want to answer to nobody.
You think
One of
marriage
the-
is slavery?
Yeah, but one of the biggest things, because I want to backtrack, because I think that is completely incorrect and inaccurate. Babies, like you, this the one thing I think people who don't have children, one of the things you fall victim to is that you believe that babies, you control them, they don't control you. When a baby cries uncontrollably and won't stop, and you're on your way somewhere and need to go, and you can't do nothing with that, now you can't go. That's the baby controlling you. When a baby has a blowout diaper and keeps blowing it out, diarrhea in your car, now you got to clean out your car. That's the baby
Clean that shit up.
controlling your.
Hey, look, Ameera, can I say something real fast to the guys?
Oh, you speaking
Please,
facts.
Mr. Logic.
Wait, I want to say something fast to y'all guys, right? We need to learn. Because if we can't tell she trolling the fuck out of us right now.
Well, she said she's playing
What?
she said she's
I'm
playing
just,
devil's advocate.
I know, but like, I don't know. Y'all taking it serious. Like, if somebody telling me they trolling me, I'm going to troll them back.
I'm
So,
glad. 'Cause I'm about to
I
learn.
believe her because I've had women that will go through IVF but won't have like an actual partner or a husband or a boyfriend or whatever. They're fine with being a mother, but they don't want the responsibility that comes along with being an actual wife or an actual partner for their man. It's like they can have the child because they can hand it off, just like dude was saying. But to actually have to be held accountable to your man, that's some Ameera type stuff right there.
But I think we live in a world now where we care more about the benefits of whatever we're trying to achieve more than the actual work that takes place.
What was this conversation about? Wasn't this conversation about
What
the
matters
box?
more?
It's about shoes. Oh,
Oh.
it's about
Said the
shoes.
size of your shoe or the size of your hand? What it was?
The size matter. The size of the women's lady parts matter.
As
The
long
lady
as
part
that's-
has a size?
Yes.
Oh,
I
Bella,
don't give a damn about the size of her titties. That ass matter though.
Bella,
That is some facts right
you
there.
talking about her box size? What are you talking about?
Bella.
Yep.
As women, you don't think that you have a size?
Man, nobody give a damn about your box size. As long as I
No,
can fit
no,
in that
but-
mother.
Really, men don't care about the size.
No,
As long as it's a snug fit, we good.
So then
He
that means you care
lying.
about the
Niggas
size.
do stop, man. I'm finna start kicking y'all lying ass niggas off.
Nigga,
let's be,
Niggas
Ameera,
don't want
let's
to
be
know.
honest.
No, look.
Ameera,
That
you
means
done
you
heard me
care.
talk before. I ain't never capped.
No, but I know you didn't
We
cap.
care
That's
about the
what, but I don't
snug
think you
fit.
understand the context of the question. Is
Okay,
that
then
if you're a
explain
size 5, is you gonna try to goddamn walk around in a size 12 shoe?
Oh, I'm sorry, Noah. You can come out of
Oh, I
timeout.
don't think that's what she meant, man.
I took him off.
Yes, it is. She talking about comparing shoes to a box.
Hey, I
Yeah.
know we get shit for this, but she got 2 other holes that you ain't even worry
Oh,
about.
hell.
What?
No, she got more than that. She got
Hey,
2
man.
holes on the side of her heads, her ears. But niggas ain't experienced enough to know how to use the ears.
Hold on,
Huh?
Ameera, that's
So,
you
hey,
suggest.
join
What
Mr.
are we talking
Logic. Join Mr. Logic Patreon, and I tell y'all how to utilize the ears,
Okay,
the
okay.
nose.
Mr. Logic, you're
I'm
going
sorry.
into the timeout, timeout, Mr. Logic.
Hey,
Bella,
Ameera,
what
are
do
you
you
basically saying? Are you suggesting that we already know that it's a bigger fit than what we got? What we packing?
Yes, yes.
Okay, well then
the
obviously
reason,
you
the
don't
reason
want to.
being because you had a gentleman on a Kendra G show. He said that he wouldn't go with a woman who had like more than 3 kids or something like that because of the fit, and he said it doesn't bounce back like people say it does. That vinegar and all of that stuff doesn't work, which I don't know what you do with the vinegar, but he said it.
People
I
are
have no idea.
so
You
like
gotta get a woman on here who
Snap
had
that.
3 kids to explain that. But I mean,
That
I've
is
been
a
with a woman
mythical
who
home
had
remedy.
kids.
Bella,
I ain't never had no issue.
Bella,
think-
what is
Okay.
that? What is the vinegar and what do you do?
I don't think you're supposed to
Tighten
put
back up.
vinegar down there. You're supposed to use water and
Oh,
have a
Vinegar?
balanced
It goes
diet.
in your bath. It's called
Then there's
snapback.
nothing then.
You used to put water in your system so you can hydrate, not down on your.
It's called snapback.
I don't know anything, but I
know
think
what you
it's
mean by
so
that.
dumb. Like people choose spouses and long-term mates based on like stupid stuff like is her box tight? Like who cares? Like what does that matter?
But is that really stupid, Bella?
It's
I
not
Yeah,
mean,
it's
this
stupid.
stupid.
is something.
You
No,
can't
it's
have a
not.
long lasting marriage or relationship worried about, oh, is the box gonna be this and that? No, it's
All
not.
right.
She has 3 kids.
No,
Like
you
get
I'll,
got.
over it.
Nah,
so
nah,
I'll
nah.
meet you
You got.
halfway.
Hold on.
Bella,
This
Hold
is
on.
I'll meet
where the
you halfway.
difference between men and women differ. Is
Hold
that
on.
men
No.
care
But
a
I'm gonna meet
lot
her.
about sex.
Let me.
Let
So
me.
I'm gonna meet you halfway, Bella. All right, because as a married man, as somebody who was taught to be a husband, I went to college and I wilded out. So I thought that I wanted a sexual, like, a real sexual woman as a wife. That's not the way it was going to turn out. I'm pretty sure most men's wives are not the best sex they've ever had in their
Hold
life.
on, wait. Why y'all let her
Can't
get
speak for
away with what
everybody's
she
wife,
just
man.
said? Bella, would
Hey,
you
hey,
date a
hey,
nigga
hey,
with a
Nigga
2-inch
Mike,
dick?
speak to yourself. Speak for
No,
yourself.
because she's saying that, oh, it don't matter. Bella, would you date a man with a 2-inch dick?
That's like a toddler. Like
Okay,
what?
so
And it matters.
the answer is no, right?
Damn.
So now, would you date
Yeah,
a
say
nigga
no.
who dick didn't work?
That's
Is
a
he
no.
like a is he sick or
Oh
No,
no, that don't work. It don't work. It don't get hard. So now, why would you want a nigga to ride around in a goddamn 1975 Honda Civic with no AC? Don't nobody want to do that. It's ran out. It got 100,000 miles on it, and then guess what? It's finna give out at any moment. So if keep this like this, when you create a standard, reverse that standard, and then now it'll make sense to you. If you say that men shouldn't care about a box being tight, well, you shouldn't care about a man being small.
This is the
You
point that I was
shouldn't care
trying
about
to
a man
make.
shit not
We do
working.
this to men. Why don't we do this to women as well? This is the
Why-
point I was
this makes-
making.
This makes a point. Is like, why do people try to downplay how important sex is in a relationship?
No,
Right.
don't let off the hook.
Nobody's
I'm gonna
downplaying
get
it.
you off. Look, let her answer that question. Why is it a double standard? If you want a man to be hung, strong, and all that shit, right? But you don't expect a man to say, "I want your box tight with no stretch marks."
I understand, but I'm saying is that that's not the only factor when it comes to a marriage or a long-standing relationship.
We
That's
talking
not the
about
most.
We
sex.
didn't
Never
say
We're
that was
not
said
the
it
only
was the
talking
factor.
only
about
factor.
her characteristics. We're not pulling the Anton Daniels. We're not talking about love at first sight and betting a hoe in goddamn 3 hours. We talk about reality.
Why is that
Well,
reality?
yeah, if you're just talking about sex, then yeah, it makes sense. Like I think it's fair.
All right. So the shoe size matter for the man and the woman then. Because guess what? You don't want a man that wearing a size goddamn 5, right?
Yeah.
You want a man that wears a size 12. And guess what? A man don't want a woman that pussy is a size 18. He want a size 2.
Well, then he shouldn't have made her a baby mama then, knowing that was gonna happen.
I don't
So,
think
like
You
I
see what
said,
you already know?
Did he
so like
make her
I
baby mama? Oh, no.
Bella,
So, like I
Bella.
said at first, these guys around here making women baby mamas, knowing what the outcome is, and then they turn around and say, "Oh, I want a virgin. I want a little body count, and I want this and that." No, you
So
don't
Bella,
deserve
look at
it
this is my
because
last thing, and I'll let y'all rock, guys, because I'm finna go get me another drink. Bella, men do not create baby mamas. Women create baby mamas.
Man, hold on 1 minute.
Bella just said that. She just proved that.
He's
No,
right.
well,
She
I'm
don't
just
want to be
saying,
tied down.
just clarifying that she
Can't
said
we-
that men create baby mamas. No, men do not create baby mamas.
Yes, sir.
Women, no, hold up.
Women create them.
Women create baby mamas and baby daddies, and women create daddies. They control everything.
Yep.
If right now, if I
Man.
go down to you, because you down the street from me, right, Bella? If I go bust that pussy down and I nut in it, right?
Mr. Logic.
all right, good night, guys.
Mr. Logic.
Ameera, we can't keep it focused?
No. Look what you did, Mr. Logic.
Oh,
Her husband watching,
Probably
man.
on the way over.
I think our internet
Mr. Logic, that was wait.
Her husband watching.
Okay.
Gave it a bat signal.
You know what, guys? I want to thank you guys for joining me for this show. This is done. I'm gonna close down. Okay, guys. I have to go. Mr. Logic
y'all
needs to go get
be-
his drink and go to timeout.
Thanks
And
a lot,
thank you
Mr.
guys
Logic.
so much for joining me on this topic. I appreciate it. I will see you guys on the next one. Mr. Logic, you know what? Okay, thank you guys so
That is
much.
not keeping it funky.
I appreciate it. Good night, guys.
Oh, your logic.
People
I'm
keep
ready
it.
to point, bro.
No. My God.